and we'll go ahead and start with your pick of the week, which is Unity Software, ticker symbol U. I believe this is
Uh-huh.
a new one for us.
Yeah, I'm looking at this guy. So this software, this is a company, and they're focusing on things like augmented reality, virtual reality, looking at 2D, 3D stuff to help, not just be like for gaming, which is industry all in itself, but to like help us like be able to have us look through our glasses or look through our window, and as we're looking at the snow falling, as I'm doing right now out of my office here on the East Coast, you'd have a full-on 3D picture of what the weather's going to be, information provided, or they're working on those type of solutions. They're not usually the type of company I'm interested in. You can see that they haven't quite, found their place in the world in order to be making some money or anything like that. Their earnings tend to always be a little bit on the negative side. It could be worse. There's company out there that are throwing money out the window, but Unity Software hasn't quite figured out how to turn a profit yet. They're not giving dividends to their investors, but it does look like they're here to stay. They've got a lot of big backers. So then once I've got my fundamentals check and I feel comfortable that the stock is going to be there, I kind of look at the pattern and I see that Unity Software found some support or found some resistance at $40 as it did before. And I'm curious, I'm going to be watching this to see if it tests support around the $25, $26 zone. And in preparation for that, the reason why I wanted to feature it this week is where it is right now, in the 32. It's about halfway from where the highs and where I predict the lows will be. This is the perfect place to plan a premium selling trade. When I say plan it, I mean create the trade plan. We can base our trade plan based on 26 being support, 40, 42 resistance, and we can basically determine where the worst case scenario for premium selling would be. That would be to do a buy right here at the $32 mark. Determine what is the biggest loss we could do with that worst case scenario trade. Size our position accordingly. And then in addition, create price targets that we would need to meet or beat in order to not get that worst case scenario when we leg into the position. And that would prepare me for when I do detect a bottom to be able to start buying some of this stock. And I actually looked at the substitute back month options on Unity, and I didn't like them. So I would more than likely be buying some Unity stock, buying them in lots of 100 because option shares are bulked together in contracts, which are lots of 100. So you got to do everything in lots of 100. So I would buy 100 or, increments of 100 shares of stock in preparation for in the future selling premium against it, selling call premium against it. So the reason why I'm featuring this is it has a lot of potential for the future, and this is the time to be using like our end of day prices to sit down and plan out your trade. Come up with your price targets, come up with your position sizing, and be all ready for your next bottom signal.